So today we're going to be doing a full body isometric style workout routine to build strength and muscle mass. And all we will be using for this is a desk and a chair. Okay, so for those of you who are desk bound during your daily work, during your daily routine, you spend a lot of time typing away or on Zoom calls, well, you have no more excuses, which may or may not be a good thing. Now, when we're doing isometrics, very quickly, power breathing is important. You can check out other videos I've done on isometrics and find a breakdown of this. But essentially it means breathe into your diaphragm, create tension in your core. Okay, tension in your core, and then as you are exerting strength, doing the isometric movement, you're allowing air to seep out through your mouth so that we're not building up too much pressure in your head. We don't want you passing out. Okay, so let's get to it. Follow along with me.
Okay, we're starting with your calf muscles. So right here, I'm doing my left calf muscle. My left calf is back. Now the idea is you want to create a stretch in the calf that you're working. So you can see my left foot is pushed back there to stretch the calf. And then while it's stretched, you want to try to flex that muscle. Okay, so we did that for about 10 seconds and switch legs. Okay, create a stretch in the muscle and then try to flex it for the entire 10 seconds. Try to connect to it and put as much tension in that muscle as you can in that flexed position. Next, we have chair squats. Okay, so the idea here is you're gonna lean forward, sit in your chair and lean forward until you find a point where you can drive through your legs as though you're trying to stand up. And you can put as much power into your legs as you want, but because of the angle of your body, you just physically can't stand up. Okay, so just find that position and put as much force in as you can. Now we have leg extensions, so we're tucking one leg behind the other. Here I'm working my left leg, and what I'll be doing is pressing the ankle of my left leg into the back of my right leg there. So that's using the top of your leg, the quadricep muscle. And it mimics a leg extension exercise that you'd find in a commercial gym. Okay, make sure you switch it over, do the other side. You can do this in multiple positions as well, just by moving the planted foot forward or backward. If you're fond of this exercise and keen on doing more variation with it. Okay, here we have a leg curl. So now I'm using the back of my leg. I'm working the left leg. The left leg is being pulled back against the planted right leg. Okay, so you should feel an intense contraction in the back of your leg, in the hamstring muscle of your leg. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to use the leg of the chair to block my left leg. So if you have a chair that has convenient legs like this, you can use that to create the leg curl feel. Okay, same deal, do it on the right leg. I'm a huge fan of isometric leg curls like these that work the hamstrings. You can really target them directly and get an intense contraction. This also provides two positions using the leg of the chair and your own leg. Okay, so now we're going to do abductors. So what I'm trying to do here is force my knees apart. Okay, so I'm going to push my knees out into my elbows there, using this sort of the top side of the butt muscle. Okay, so I'm working on spreading those, and obviously that's an easy one to do multiple positions with. Okay, and then these are the adductors, so I'm trying to squeeze my knees together now against the barrier created by my arms. So this is going to work the sort of inside of your thighs. Next up, we've got core. Okay, so I'm just going to press on the desk here. Your arms should be relatively straight there, and you're squeezing as though you're trying to bring your hands down to your knees through the barrier of the desk. So you can also do this with your legs. So just put your hands on your knees and same sort of thing, like you're trying to collapse you're trying to collapse your chest down to the top of your legs, but your hands, your arms are creating a barrier that's keeping you from doing that. Okay, now this is a twist, so I'm trying to slide my hands across the top of the desk, but the friction of the desk and the force I'm pushing through my hands is stopping me from twisting. Okay, twisting like you're just trying to twist your upper body. Obviously your lower body isn't moving, but you're trying to twist your upper body, allowing the friction to stop you. Crossover, so one hand goes across to the other side of your body, and then you're going to press down just like we did before with the two-hand press down, only now you've got sort of an angular directionality to it that's going to force your core to work in a different way. So it's almost like you're trying to touch your own knee with the opposite side hand here. Okay, chest. So if you have a desk that's the right size for this, you just basically squeeze it. Squeeze it together. Try to crush the desk using the muscles in your chest. Okay, if you don't have one that you can grab the sides, you can just put your hands on the top of the desk and create force like that using the friction of the desk and trying to slide your hands across the top. If neither one of those options work, okay, this is just a chest squeeze standard. Okay, make sure you switch your hands over and do both variations of this. Okay, now I'm gonna do a back workout here for my lats. So I'm grabbing my one knee with both hands, keeping my shoulders down and back as much as I can, and trying to pull back using the muscles of my back. Try not to keep, if your shoulders are up too high, you'll feel this more in your arms and your biceps and in your shoulders. You want to get those shoulders nice and down and back, and you want to feel it in the muscles of your lats, which are sort of the lower back or the mid back muscles. This is a great one. Okay, now shrugs. So I'm going to use the chair, grab it with both hands, and I'm trying to pull it up using the trapezius muscle, the one that's sort of at the base of the neck, the one you use when you shrug, like, I don't know, that sort of shrug. Okay, so now I'm going to do reverse flies. Okay, so now I'm using the back of my shoulder muscle. It's like I'm trying to open my arms up against the barrier of my legs. I'm trying to spread them out as though I were going to stand with my arms, like make a T, with my arms spread out to either side. Okay, now this is a lateral raise, so I'm grabbing the sides of the chair, if you have a chair that allows you to do this. Okay, I'm just trying to raise my arms up to the sides, like, a bird flapping its wings, that's sort of up to the sides. Here we have a forearm exercise, so I'm trying to extend my hands against the barrier of my legs using the extensor muscles in my forearms. And flip it over, do the same thing there to get the back of your arms. You can also do this pretty simply just by pushing against your own hands, which I'll show in a second, in a prayer position like that. Oh, and you can reverse that, do it upside down, and then also do the back of your hands. But it's better, I find, to push against something. If you can push against something that's not your own force, so even if it's your own legs, but your legs are not moving, that I find is better. Okay, triceps, so the back of the arms, you put your hands on top of the desk, and you're just trying to basically drive down using the back of your arm to extend your arm through the desk. Okay, now if you have a desk that doesn't really move or it's stuck to the ground, then this is a great option for curling up using the bicep muscle, curling up. But, don't flip your desk over at work or something like a gorilla, an angry gorilla. That wouldn't be a good look. You can also use the back of your legs to create a similar effect of a curl. It's not quite as good, but we don't all have the right kind of desks. And then if you have no other option, You can always do your arm isometrics like this, resisting your own force. So here I'm extending through the tricep on my right arm, while I'm curling through using my bicep on the left arm. So one is extending and one is curling. And then I flip over. I'm doing these quick, just because I already showed another version of how to work each muscle that is probably superior if you have access to it. But you want to stick in each of these positions for 6 or 7 seconds of maximal contraction. Okay, now we have some neck isometrics. Okay, so just thumbs underneath your chin, and you're going to be pressing down. Okay, you can use the desk as a barrier here to create the so you're not pushing against your own force, so you're pushing against something immovable, but it also works just pushing against your own tension. Okay, 3 positions worked through there. Okay, now we'll go the opposite direction. I'd like to do this with a pair of prayer hands. Okay, behind your head. It creates a kind of a softer barrier for your head. Okay, the 3 positions work through there. Take these slow, especially with the neck isometrics. When you're doing, you're ramping up the tension that you're putting into it. Don't jump into them at a maximal contraction, especially with the neck exercises. Okay, side. I make like a weird mouth usually when I do these neck ones, especially. I don't know why, but it's common. Okay, other side here. Neck isometrics are really important, so please don't skip these. They're also an easy one to just fit in all over the place when you have a spare moment. You got to keep that brain protected, and it's not just people who are into combat sports and things that suffer head trauma. Okay, so here I'm twisting against my own hand. Now this one particularly, if you have neck problems or something, be a little careful with. And take it slow getting into it. All right, and that's the workout.